So I asked Kristine about differences that she's seen in the board since she came on board. And what about you?
Oh, we've seen a lot more community collaboration in the past couple of years. You know, we don't want to be the best kept secret in Delaware. And so we've really gotten out there. We've partnered with the library. We've partnered with the police department for Safety Town, just a variety of things. And we really like that we get to play a meaningful role in our community. So I think that's the biggest change I've seen is we've been out there a lot more.
What's a misperception about the board that you think is roaming around out there you'd like to clear up? Or just people, I mean, what they think or know about the board, or just any confusion, anything at all that you ever hear?
I think sometimes when people are first introduced to the world of disabilities, there's confusion regarding mental health services versus developmental disability services. Now, you know, a lot of our folks who we serve do have dual diagnosis. But there is a difference, and I think sometimes people get confused about that. I think the other thing that is confusing is if someone's diagnosed with a disability, say multiple sclerosis, like at the age of 30, sometimes they think that we're the entity. And you know, sometimes folks, if there's a diagnosis of, you know, schizophrenia or a major depressive disorder, they think that we're the entity. So sometimes it's just clarifying what that is. But we do so much collaboration in the community that it's become very easy to collaborate and make those referrals. And if people are jointly served, you know, help building a plan, that helps them a lot.
Talk to me just a little bit about the autistic community. It would seem to me it would be really difficult to develop sort of an overall basic plan because the spectrum is so broad. Do you struggle with that, or how do you address that?
So we serve anyone that has a developmental disability, including people that have autism. And like you said, somebody who's diagnosed with autism, it is a wide range. You know, we have people that we serve with autism who cannot speak and have difficulty expressing their needs and have lots and lots of limitations and challenges. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have folks that we actually have a semi-finalist merit scholar that we serve.
Oh, wow.
And she is an amazing advocate for herself and other people with autism. So I think how we deal with that is on an individual basis. You know, people come in the front door and they're eligible, and we look at what's important to them and what's important for them, and we build that plan for them specifically. So I think that's kind of how we address it. We do have a provider pool of over 200 providers. So much, most certainly,
number. Wow.
If you have a need, you know, there is somebody that can help you with that.
All right. So a pool of over 200 providers. Talk to me about numbers concerning the number of folks that you serve in the county, I guess, on a regular basis, annual basis, and number of folks employed by the agency.
So we serve over 2,300 individuals. So that's everybody from early intervention to support administration, people that are employed, folks that are retired. So that's a pretty hefty number. We employ right now 89 staff. 89 full-time staff. The majority of the staff are what we call service and support administrators. So that's the casework role. Those are the ones that are conducting the assessments and building the plans and coordinating services and meeting with people out in the community. So that's our largest department. And then the second largest would be our early intervention department that works specifically with children and families' birth through up to the third birthday.
And I assume for your staff, are these services 24/7 in some cases?
So we have office hours. I mean, they're 8 to 4:30, but we do have on-call assistance through helpline. So there's always a support administrator on call, and there's also always an investigative agent on call. So one of our roles in the county board is to make sure that incidents that adversely affect health and safety of the people we serve, that we investigate those incidents. So I have 3 investigative agents who go about doing that. And basically their role is to keep people safe and to build plans to help them be safe if something has happened. And so one of the investigative agents are also on call 24/7. And that's how we make sure that services are wrapped around as far as the county board goes. Now, as far as our service providers, you know, depending on the type of service, that could be a 24-hour a day service.